I do think it's something we need to work on. Remembering that, people that are in the spotlight, people that are celebrities in whatever way, they are just people too,
Mhm.
and they still have the same emotions, and everybody has flaws, everybody has shortcomings. I think one example that comes to mind is the rapper Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of her. She has this song called Anxiety,
Mhm.
and it's something that not a lot of people think about is, when you see like a beautiful, strong, badass woman,
Mhm.
people kind of don't expect um frankly, people don't expect beautiful people to have bad days.
Yeah. Right?
and
Yeah.
when someone who's beautiful and in the spotlight has a bad day, you know sometimes they like, people just scrutinize them for it.
Yeah.
But it's just a bad day. And in the song, she says bad bitches can have bad days too.
Yep.
And it's true. Like, you can be a badass, and you can be strong and confident, and still have a bad day, still have a rough day.
Mhm.
And people shouldn't judge you for that. If you're having a rough day, if whatever happened, or even if nothing happened, and you're just mentally just not there
Yep.
for that day, and people shouldn't hold it against you or trash you because you had a bad moment.
Exactly. You bumped
And
your
I
head.
think,
Yeah, and you just
yeah,
yeah.
and I think people got to remember that. You mentioned Taylor Swift. I'm a big fan of Taylor Swift. Um, there's always talk about Taylor Swift all the time. Everybody loves to talk about her. And
Fans and haters.
she got a lot of scrutiny this year for going to the Chiefs games.
Mhm.
She's just going to a football game to cheer on her family,
Oh,
to
come
cheer on
on,
her
Deb
boyfriend
Housen.
with his
You know
family.
this. You know this is a CIA, FBI, FDA, PDQ, PSYOP. All the initials are
Yeah.
involved. She's just a distraction from what's really
Yeah, she's literally just a girl
going.
who's going to cheer on her boyfriend at his
Yeah.
football game.
Yeah, I mean
And
we've seen that on a more regular person scale, like where
yeah,
the guy, a boyfriend's really into sports and they're living together now and they invite their friends over and now so she's starting to so what is a touchdown? That kind of thing. I mean it's
right,
real
right.
people. That's a real thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I don't know why people assume that she, was ignorant to football before she started dating him, but that's besides the point.
Right.
Um, but I saw something online the other day. Someone said, like, it's been decades, and we see, for anybody who's like Lakers fans, Jack Nicholson is sitting courtside
Yeah.
at the Lakers games. He's shown on TV every time he's there. For decades now. Nobody has a problem with it. So why is it a problem when she's shown on TV cheering when he scores a touchdown or whatever? So
What do you think it
I don't
is?
know.
What is it? Do you think is it jealousy? Is it over a saturation of Taylor Swift? Is it that and we see this in the wrestling fandom a lot where there's like I almost feel like AEW sometimes gets a lot of hate simply because when it started it was an alternative to a product at the time. I'll be honest, a product at the time was very weak, yet
Right.
was too big to fail. But now I feel like AEW's presence has lifted all wrestling, together and has really caused that, WWE to really step up. But like that mentality, and not just to use wrestling, but in general, like with Taylor Swift, is it's almost like people they reach a saturation point and all they hear are the emptiest cans make the most noise. So all they hear are the rabid fans and they get sick of
Right.
them. And so now they hate Taylor Swift, or they're jealous. She's everywhere. Instead of just sitting back like, oh, you like Taylor Swift? Cool. I don't, but
Right.
I respect that you do. And instead of getting all bent out of shape over it.
Yeah, I think it could be just, People get sick of something that they see constantly. Like,
Yeah.
how many songs have you heard on the radio over and over and over again when it was really popular, and you're like, oh, I don't want to hear this song again.
This song again. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's one of those things. In wrestling, we saw in the earlier days of Roman Reigns when people just couldn't stand Roman Reigns because he was being pushed as the guy, and the fans weren't really ready for him to be the guy yet. So there was a lot of backlash about him at that point. I remember people saying that they were going to turn their backs during WrestleMania when he was on.
Always remember, you are not alone. Catch full episodes every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.